What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you saw the last video with this car, I ended up doing the rear diffuser, and right after I was ready to do the roll cage. Now, things didn't really go as planned. So that kind of forced my hand. I had bought this carbon roof from Big Duck Club. I think I had bought it for like an Adam LZ giveaway probably like 9 months ago, I think. I had it in the back. I was kind of waiting till after doing the roll cage and then going through this process, but after trying to do it, it's just not going to work. The sunroof cars, everything sits a little too low and the roll cage hits the top. Ended up taking the glass out from a shop nearby. They did the front and rear. And so hopefully after this carbon roof, then the cage goes in, and then this car is, I would say, 95% done. The process shouldn't be too difficult. Pretty much pull the headliner out, pull up the trims, pull out the sunroof mechanism, drill out the spot welds, and then kind of pry up on it. After that, we have the center brace that needs to be installed in the center here. And for the most part, put the carbon roof on, hopefully seal it well, wait a day, and the new headliner that I have should just go in, and hopefully it's an easy install, but it's not really the way things usually go. So I'm gonna get going to pulling this headliner off and we'll see how it goes. Okay, that was like, I don't know, like 15 minutes maybe? Really not that hard. I guess if you wanted to actually you wouldn't even be reusing this if you were going carbon roof because, well, it has a huge hole for the sunroof. So this is the new headliner I have back here. Oh, it already has the harness, so I don't need to do all that. Nice. So that's that. So sunroof looks pretty straightforward. There's gonna be 10 mils and 30s, and I guess the whole mechanism drops. But yeah, let's see how heavy this is. All right, so that's like a brace for it. Oops, I heard that hit the car. All right, by my calculations, should only be 1 to 2 left. I mean, if you're not using your head to take off the sunroof, you're just not doing it right, to be honest. Okay. If you guys are from the F80 content, still alive, recently took it to go do the rear diff brace. I had no interest in laying down and getting the fucking press and doing all that. So paid a shop, actually the same shop that did that windshield to do this car, did the diff brace and painted the rear bumper, and they fixed the damage. So I need to pretty much just do like sway bar end links. I ended up putting Turner front control arm bushings, and it's really done after that. Okay, so I don't know, is that halfway done? I hope it's halfway done, but I think this is gonna take a lot longer, but it's a big step, big step. Now we are going to pull up the little side trims, and then this should work to drill out the spot welds. So let's see if I have enough batteries to get this roof off and start prying, and then we'll go from there. So the roof is off, but might have made a little mistake. I started to peel up this front panel, and these rivets, well, it's like these, right, aren't on the roof side, but it looked like it was just getting stuck there. So I was like, okay, let me peel it up. Maybe I missed one. I was like, oh, I missed another. And lo and behold, it's supposed to be there. So I figured that out. Didn't bend it too much, but I did like peel it back to see, because the glue was super hard. So really it's like this layer of glue that's holding on, super tough. And back here, this stuff is super strong. Definitely the drilling of the spot welds is probably the worst part and the most tedious, but yeah, we'll figure out this. Have to do the brace, then the panel bond, then the roof, and then we wait maybe a couple hours until we mess with it again. Primered and painted over. The center braces, I put some like kind of thick self tappers. This is not going anywhere. It's also under this little tab, which I think is actually for it. Here, all painted primered. I'm gonna let this sit, and then I'm going to put on the panel bond. Okay, let's open this roof up. Like I said before, I got this, I think 9 to maybe even like a year ago. I have not really opened it, so I hope it's intact. It's from Big Duck Club. It took a couple months to get here, got lost in shipping, and yeah, I hope it fits well, honestly. There's not too many videos on it, or any videos on it. Okay. If I'm being honest, I'm not very impressed. You see, like, I don't know if it's on camera. I feel like on camera you would definitely see it. The streaks, or not the carbon, like you see the streaks here, like sideways. You can kind of see it. And it's very hazy. Look, I see it like this way too. See all that? I don't know, maybe it needs a good wipe down, but some stuff you can tell is not. See, like that, like on that edge. Yeah, definitely not too happy. I was kind of in between doing this and HDK, and let me see if I wipe that down and it goes away. Okay, nope, not going away. This is just terrible clear. Like, it's all has a fade to it. See like here how uneven it is? Look, there we go. Not happy at all. You see a dent or something in here? Oh, look right there. Look at the light here. I'm gonna do some research and then determine the best plan of action. It is the next day now. did some research, did some talking to some people I know and friends, Facebook posts, all that. It really seems like this is kind of the normal quality for a Big Duck Club. It's such a shame that something that could just easily be avoided by kind of taking your time to fucking make a product. It doesn't come out like shit. You know, other fiberglass stuff, apparently people have issues with. Maybe it's good quality, but poor craftsmanship. I don't know, you know, like there's just so much. The more I look at it, literally the more I see. So I tried to polish an area down there. I'll show you guys after. It got rid of some of the haze, but there's still a ton of scratches. I really can't do anything at this point. Should have obviously opened up the roof when I got it, but it was just so well packaged. I had it in the back room. I just didn't want to mess with it because I tend to open it and then have it sit and have to be careful walking around it and all that. And so whatever. Learn from your mistakes. We'll definitely not be buying a Big Duck Club product again after this. There's HDK has their version, and I actually found, which I wish I would have seen earlier, Alibaba has their version. If you've seen my other carbon fiber stuff, Alibaba ain't that bad, you know, like this trunk is pretty good. There's a little clear coat area that's a little thin on that corner, but like the carbon fiber looks good. This isn't Alibaba, but is pretty much probably from another company. The hood, carbon fiber looks pretty good. The clear is a little thin, you know, can maybe use a polish. The lip, you guys saw, no problems. The skirts actually are super nice, like very durable, thick clear. So, I mean, you know, saving money doing this, I spend the big bucks finally, and this is what I get, you know? So for now, I'm going to get some of the epoxy stuff going and get it on. You know, I'll maybe re-clear it once it's on the car, but obviously stuck with this, so need to put it on no matter what. So I have the 3M panel bond, fancy Amazon gun, and I'm gonna try doing this by myself to kind of get it lined up and just hope for the best, really. These markings are for the holes here so I can drill on the new carbon roof, and then I also have to figure out the antenna situation. So maybe I might do that first before the panel bond. So I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna get to the old roof and pull that off. Pulled off the antenna. Really wouldn't care to cut into all of this. I'm just kind of gonna cut a line in it and then maybe do an outline of that. Or maybe do the outline first. There's a good amount of room between the actual antenna and the cover. So even if I mess up a little bit, shouldn't be too bad. So I'm gonna start cutting this kind of poor quality carbon roof. Okay, look. Does it look ridiculous? Yes, of course. Does it work? Also, yes. You see, I ran out of clamps, thought I had more, and sometimes you gotta improvise. This is heavy. This is super heavy. That's heavy. Might be better than clamps. You can't put a clamp here. It's doing pretty good. I went through one container of these. I bought technically 3 or 2. I don't know. I couldn't really go any more than kind of what I've put on. It seemed like a lot. I don't foresee it flying off, but it would be funny if this roof flew off. Guess I can't really blame anyone. Totally went pretty well. All this is pretty far down. This corner, pretty far down. All this is good. That's really the only corner that needs a little more weight than the others. This one, Honestly, I could bend this a little more, like this part. Oh, this is pretty good. Just this corner, it's picked up a little bit. I might, I don't know if it's really carbon fiber or the shape of it, or I guess that's the same thing, but I was thinking maybe after I'll kind of heat that up and mold it down a little bit, but all this is pretty good. So, oh my God, every time I see that clear. We'll let this sit and then we'll see tomorrow how it is. All right, it's been about 2 weeks now. After I got the roof fully finished, went ahead and took the car back to get a new glass installed, and Big Duck Club finally responded. So they're saying that the reason why all of these imperfections exist is apparently because I left the carbon roof in the packaging that you saw on video. Apparently the bubble wrap caused, months of swirls and imperfections and haze and stuff like this. Really, in a garage that maybe gets at its hottest 78 degrees, did all of this damage. It's an excuse. They just don't want to man up and say that their products suck. So because I did order it through Drift HQ, I did reach out to them and they were actually helpful. They gave me a 50% refund on the roof. I wish it came out of Big Duck Club's pocket because this is a terrible excuse from them, but it is what it is. Drift HQ did the right thing. I do want to try and maybe do a compound and then a polish to get rid of some of this haze, and I'll get some of the imperfection out from the clear, but like streaks like this that are sideways and these imperfections that are below the clear are just never going to come out. So it is what it is. I'll just deal with it. Also kind of in a rush at the end of getting the glass installed, which took a little longer than expected. I had to throw the cage in and couldn't really record much, and the cage honestly fits perfect. It mounts right there to 3 OEM bolts. It clears everything perfectly now with the carbon roof. So that's gonna be it for this video. It's a shame that this ended up coming out like this, but I'll deal with it. Could be worse. At least nothing leaks. So if you enjoyed the video, consider checking out some of the other ones and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.